How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Farming Simulator 19 Survival Series. So today is going to be a busy day, a very busy day. So we are going to grab the John Deere here, and we are going to go grab our triple trailers, and the Valtra is over here getting diesel into the tank, so we can sell that. And the reason it's going to be a busy day is because today is build day. So we are going to be building the west wing of the farmyard, and I'm very excited for it. We're going to get some new, we're going to get a new chicken pen. We are going to get a new sheep pen. We are going to get a cow shed, and or pasture or pen or whatever you want to call it, enclosure. I'm not sure what the actual word is. I think the game just calls it a pen, so we'll go with that. And we are going to hopefully build some new silos. And if everything goes really well, we might even build our new house up in there, so in between the woods there, so or in between the trees in the woods. So yeah, a lot that's going to happen today. But firstly, we need to get all of our wheat out of our silos over here, because these silos are going to be broken down, and if we leave anything in there, we're going to lose it. So we don't want to do that. So everything should fit into our 3 trailers here. I think it's going to be close, but I think it'll fit. We shall see. And unfortunately, we can't get the wheat out of the chicken pen that's in there, and there's still 7,000 liters in there, so we are going to lose a lot. And I mean, I can probably just put it back in after the build through the XML file, but I don't really want to do that, to be honest. So we'll just take the loss. It's fine. I mean, it doesn't really make sense, because you would in real life just be able to take the food out and use it again, but it's fine. We'll leave it there. It's 7,000 liters. It is a lot, but it's not too bad. I think the sheep only have about 700 liters of grass left, so that's fine. And I haven't been feeding any of the animals for quite some time now, purely because I didn't want to waste any of the food. But yeah, it's just one of those things. At least with the sheep, we're not going to lose much, and grass really isn't worth much. So yeah, I'm a bit bummed out because of the wheat with the chickens, but it's fine. It's just one of those things. So the diesel we're going to be selling up at Edge Grain Vault, and it's going for, I think it's about $15 a liter, something like that. We'll check it real quick while we're up there. So we're going to sell this. We will come back. We'll drop the trailer there again. Well, the trailer and the Valtra. And while that fills up, we've got some other work to do in preparation for the farm build. And yeah, lots to do before the build can actually start, because we need to get rid of all of the animals. So we're going to sell all of them. Unfortunately, we don't have an animal trailer, so we will take a bit of a loss. I'm not sure if you can actually put chickens into a trailer. I don't think so. So yeah, it's only the sheep, and I think for the cost of a trailer, I don't think it really justifies, rather than just selling them and taking the transport hit. So yeah, we won't be buying an animal trailer. We'll just sell them and take the hit. It won't be that much. I think we've got 16 sheep at the moment, which is double what we started with. I think we started with 8, so that's not bad at all. Right, let's have a quick look at the price here for diesel. I think it was about 15. Yeah, 1547. So there we go, $32,690 for a full tank. So we're going to go back. We're going to leave it there to fill up again, because it's a really slow process. It's a very slow sort of hand pump. So it's fine. We've got a huge amount of things to do. We need to move all of the eggs. We need to move all of the empty egg crates. We need to move all of the wool pallets. And we're probably going to have to get rid of a lot of these trees here as well, because I do have a basic plan for what we're going to do here. So we're going to have chickens, sheep, and cows. And we're also going to have a very nice warehouse over here. So that's something that we haven't had, a complete lock-up, close-up sort of area where we can store some things. And I'm not really sure what we're going to store in there just yet, but probably bales and things like that, of course. But yeah, we shall see. We've still got a lot of silage and things in there as well. So if we really need money, we can sell that as well. because it's quite quick to make again, and it would be worth a huge amount of money. And yes, we do have $1.1 million, but that's actually not a lot. Actually, we'll leave the Ford here for now. This build is going to be expensive, especially if we want to do the house up there as well, because that house is $250,000, so definitely not cheap. But yeah, I mean, this build alone with the silos and everything up on the hill there is going to be very expensive. I think we'll have enough money, but it might be close. I mean, it might be very close. I don't know. Right, we're going to sell that. So that's $14,400, $1,600 fee for transport. So that's definitely less than a trailer. Right, so we've got 4 pallets over here. And we have got 1 in there. Well, a very empty one. But let's grab the John Deere. And we'll grab the 1 pallet that's in there. And then we'll try and use that to push these ones over, so that we can come and collect them with a Ford, because it's just so much easier than working with this. I do love this front loader, don't get me wrong. I love it to bits. So we're probably going to sell it, but I do like it a lot. But the Ford with the front loader is just so much easier. We're going to replace this with probably a really, really, really old tractor. That'll have the front loader sort of forklift attachment on it permanently, just for moving things like this around. But we have to move this anyway, so we'll leave those ones there so it's easy to collect with the tractor, or easier to collect. And then we'll take this, just put it somewhere where it's not going to be in the way. I don't know if this cluster of trees over here is going to come out. So let me explain real quick what we have. So this is going to go, that is going to go. Over there, we're going to have a nice new chicken pen. It's going to be an enclosed area, and it'll be able to take about 400 chickens as well. Next to it, we will have a nice big warehouse, which means a lot of these trees are going to come out. So including these ones and that one. I'm not sure about that one. But then somewhere around here, we're going to have cows, and then somewhere around here, we're going to have sheep. And in the middle here, we'll just have an open area where we can sort of move around and load stuff and things like that. And then somewhere around here, we're going to have a road that goes up on the hill there. And it might sort of join up with this yard. And up there, we're going to have our silos. And of course, our 3 bins over there are going to move up that way. And I also want to put a big shed up there so that we can put the really long trailers and the really big cultivator and what was the other one? The weeder. All that sort of thing, so we can just sort of have a nice big drive-through shed that we can put all of that sort of equipment in there. And that's the plan. I'm thinking 1, but if I can, I'll squeeze 2 of them in there so that we can get the triple trailers and the or the tipper triple trailers and the triple wood log trailers, or whatever you want to call them, forestry trailers. Yeah, we'll put all of that in there. And yeah, we don't have stuff sitting outside and in the sort of bushes and that sort of thing. So yeah, that is the plan. Again, all of that is very expensive, so we shall see. I don't know if the warehouse is big enough for us to be able to stack our bales in there with the actual bale stacker, but it would be nice if it is. We're going to build it anyway, and if it isn't, it's fine. We'll just leave our bales here and move over there what we need, and just sort of put it in storage in smaller quantities over there and keep the bulk over here. But we shall see. I think it might fit. I can't remember. I know it's big, but I can't remember how big. But let's, yeah, we shall carry on here. I was thinking maybe let's take that diesel to get sold real quick. But what we are going to do is we are going to jump into a time lapse. So I need to, actually, let's sell the chickens as well real quick. Over here. There we go. So this is, well, this would be a bit of a process, but you can just hold enter and then it'll just start moving all of them over, and it sort of goes quicker as you go along. I think this is part of the extended animals mod, but I'm not sure. I don't know if this is a base game thing or the extended animal mod. I think it's part of the mod, so that you can move a lot of animals very, very quickly. Because if I had to go double click on all of them, or just click enter all the time on them, it would take forever. So just holding it down and it just goes pretty quick, which is nice. So 400 chickens that we're going to get rid of. Well, 399 chickens and 1 rooster. And yeah, we probably won't get a lot of money for it, but it's fine. We're not really after the money here. We've made so much money out of the eggs. And again, with the new area, I'm probably just going to buy like 50 chickens or something and then just let them breed again. So there we go, $10,000, 6,000 for transport. That's a lot, so we only get 4,000, but it's fine. We need to get rid of them anyways. And then over here, we are going to grab the broom. We're going to clean this area up like so that we don't have to do that later on. Actually, this can go up into the shed as well. We'll have to move the pickup truck as well, and I'm going to leave the house for now until I can see sort of where our budget is sitting after we've done all of this build. And if we've got enough money, we'll build the other house. If not, we'll build it later on. Still want to buy another pickup truck as well, so we've got still a bit to do before we'll actually come to the end of this series. And I don't know how many episodes it'll be. I want to sort of enjoy this area that we're going to build now or today before we just sort of end it. I don't want to sort of build it and then end the series. I want to build it and at least enjoy it for a few episodes before we sort of end the series, but we shall see. I'm not really sure 100% how long this is going to carry on for. So yeah, the pickup will move later. This I think we'll keep. I was thinking about getting rid of it because it's all broken and not very nice to look at, but at the same time it's very nice to look at because it's so rustic and it sort of reminds me of the original farm, because we're not going to have much left of the original farm because the silos and this fence over here is really the only things we've still got, and the water tank over there. And I think after this is all done and dusted, the water tank over there is going to be the only thing left. So I don't want to get rid of this either because we got this right at the start of the series. It's not the original one that was somewhere over there that was completely broken. This is a rebuilt one, but it's not great. But it's still, it's very, very old. It's been on this farm for a long time, probably around 70 episodes if it's not more. But yeah, I would like to keep some of the original stuff of the farm. But anyway, we're going to jump into a time lapse. We're going to get all of these jobs done and finished off, and we'll sell the diesel. We'll move all of the pallets. The empty pallets over there I can just move by hand. They're nice and light, and I'll have to go get the front loader and move that thing, or I might actually just sell that bale fork because we're probably never going to use it, and because we haven't used it up until now, and we're probably not going to use it in the future either. I don't know, maybe I'll just move it and keep it. I don't know, we shall see. But anyway, let's jump into a time lapse and we'll get all of these jobs sorted out. And I'm probably going to pull a lot of these trees out. A lot of them we can't actually cut down because they're sort of decorative items that I put in there just so everything wasn't sort of stale and all of the trees that we planted are exactly the same size. So I might just pull all of them out, and the ones that we can cut down, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to cut them down and leave them for later to process, or am I just going to get rid of them completely. I'm thinking just getting rid of them because we're going to end up with so much logs and wood and things that it's just going to be a hassle to deal with, and we're going to have our hands pretty full in the next few episodes with just having planted a bunch of crops, and we're going to have cows on the farm, and yeah, just a lot of work. So we shall see. For now, let's jump into that time lapse, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So that is most of the initial work done, or I think all of it, maybe. So what you guys didn't see is me removing all of the trees, because that is quite tedious and a lot of it is actually selling trees rather than cutting them down. So as you can see here, that is where the sheep pen was, and the chicken pen is gone as well with the big trees that we planted. And yeah, that is a big move. The silos are still standing. We'll actually sell those on the screen. I wasn't too bothered about recording selling these ones because there's not that much to see really. And I did take out a lot of trees around this area here. And there you can see where the chickens were. So up here I did take out some of the trees, because this is where our what are they called? Silos. I was thinking solar. Silos, they're going to be somewhere around here. And I did take down about 3 trees over here at the rock, so that we have a nice view of the bins and everything that's going to be up there, so it feels part of the farm a little bit more. And then what I also did is right up there, I thinned out just the edge of the wooded area up there, because that is going to be where this road is going to move to. So a lot of what I could cut down is over here, so this will be processed later on when we have time for it. But yeah, the idea is that this road is, or the road over there is going to move sort of right up against the forest area up there. But we need to make it wide enough so we can still get through there with a combine, with a header attached, or at least that is the plan. We'll see how all of that works out. Obviously we will be adding more trees back in again to fill everything in and make it feel a bit more natural, I guess. So yeah, we'll buy some fully grown trees. And we have sold 1 tank of diesel off screen. This is the last little bit that remained. So that is $7,850, and we are sitting at $1.284 million, which is nice. I hope that is going to be enough for this build. I think what is going to cost a lot of money on this build is landscaping. That is going to be quite expensive. Obviously, the buildings aren't too cheap either, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see where we're at. I mean, if we only get part of the build done and we have to make a bit more money, then we'll do that. Again, we do have 400,000 liters of silage to sell, so we can always do that to make quite a lot of money actually. And then we've got all of those logs and things as well, and if we really have to, we've got 3 full trailers of, well, 3 very almost full trailers of wheat that we can sell. And yeah, we've got quite a bit of money still sitting around the farm if we absolutely need it. We can sell all of those bales as well. We can get quite a bit of money out of that. For now, we're just going to leave the trailer over here. I'm not going to... Oops. I'm not going to park that now. That is just a hassle. Yeah, all of this is full, so we can sell all of that if we have to. But hopefully 1.2 million, almost $1.3 million is enough. I would be... Oh, we've got all of the eggs and wool over here that we can sell as well. There's probably a good 50 grand sitting right over there just in eggs alone. So, yeah, we've got quite a bit of money sitting around. So this road that's going to come through here, I'm not really sure how we're going to do this yet. When I planned this out, I actually took all of these trees out. So I have done sort of a rough build of this exact area. And just to figure out where everything should go and what buildings I want to use. And hopefully it all works out. I haven't actually tested any of the buildings, if all of them are properly functional and all of that. But I've got a rough idea. But I did actually take all of these trees out for the initial design. But I think I want to try and keep them if I can. I don't know if we'll take this road out completely and just put a road in through here, because all of this is going to go away. So we can maybe put a road through here that splits off around this and goes in there. Then what we could do is maybe fill this area in with some trees again. And just make it feel a bit more secluded back here. We have to sort of go around that area. I don't know. We shall see. We can always have 2 roads. Just one going here and one going there. We can do that as well. But we'll have to see how that all works out. Like I said, I've only got a very rough idea of what I want to do here. And first things first, we're going to level all of this ground out. And yeah, let's see how all of this goes. So we're going to jump back into a time-lapse. Again, this is going to be probably quite a big one. A lot of the building work is going to get done now. And yeah, I'll try and put as much of it on camera as I possibly can. Some of it I might just cut out if it's repetitive, boring work like sticking trees in and small decorations and small fixes on textures and that sort of thing. But yeah, let's see how this all pans out. I have to say I'm a little bit nervous about this. I always am with a farm build, but this one is probably the biggest one yet. So I am nervous about it. I hope everything works out okay, but I mean, there's nothing else than just getting in and doing it. So let's see how it goes. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so that was one massive build, but I think it came out pretty good. So we're going to do a flyover, and then we'll head down, we'll grab the pickup truck, and we'll have it drive around and get a feel for it on ground level. But here we go. So we are above the sort of potato storage area and just that area, and that is what it looks like from here. So if we move over to this side, we'll have a look at this first, and we managed to keep the clump of trees in the middle here and sort of split the road around it, which I think looks kind of nice. And there's maybe a bit of grass that I need to clean up on the edge there just to make it look a little bit neater. So that's the original road heading through there that we've got. Then down here we have got our cow shed, and we don't have any cows yet, but we'll buy very soon. And if we move around here, we've got a little road that heads back here because those doors at the back, they actually do open. And then we've got our area over there. Over here, we will get our manure and our slurry. And we've got some just little dirt tracks back here. I didn't want to gravel all the way around this because it just felt like it isolates the enclosures so much that it feels unnatural. So this way it still feels like the cows have a bit more space, and the same with the sheep over there. It just feels like they have more space than what they actually do. And that's why I decided to go for the dirt tracks rather than just gravel everything around. And then here we have a bit of a concrete support wall, and we've got some beautiful trees over there. And then heading over this way, we have got our sheep enclosure. I'm still debating whether I want to take this road all the way through to there. I probably could do. It'll just work maybe a little bit more simple if needs be. Although I don't think we're going to drive back here much because I think that is a water trough over there. And we are going to do some plumbing on that. And then back here we have a small little back entrance, or just sort of a dirt track entrance for smaller vehicles, like if we are selling grain or something like that. We can head out here with the tractors, just a little bit of a side entrance, similar to what we have on the other side of the farm. So that is our sheep enclosure. Pretty neat. Quite like that, and I think this is going to work much easier than the one that we had. And then over here we have a beautiful warehouse, which we can store a lot of equipment and things that will be used around this area, and probably store some bales and things as well. And there's just a little bit of space around the back here. Just if we want to keep anything in there, we can. And the same off the side here, just to give ourselves a bit of maneuverability and things around the farm. So next to that is our new chicken pen. And we did have to take down about 2 trees over here just to make that work. I might actually stick another tree in the corner here just to fill that up a little bit and isolate them a little bit more. And I might actually do a few trees at the back here as well to cut that area off a little bit more. But it's things that I just sort of, I'm still thinking about and considering whether we should do it or not. So that is going to be our new chicken area. And that leads back to there. We've still got the original house. We do actually have enough money to build the other house. But we still need to buy a bunch of cows and things as well. So we will buy all of our livestock first, and then we'll see how much money we've got left to build a new house. And I also want to buy a new pickup truck at some stage. So from here, you sort of drive in from this area, head up the hill, and here we have our brand new grain storage and our 2 West Steel bins. So I was planning to put 4 of them in, but then $95,000 each. But they do also hold 500,000 liters each, so more than enough than what we need on this farm, or more than enough for what we need on this farm. That is the wording. But yeah, that looks nice and neat. And then back here, we've got a bit of a gap so we can fill our trailers with grain over there. So that's nice. And I mean, the bins are close to encroaching that pipe, but we should be fine pulling in with trailers and things over there, even with a truck. Then our bins have moved over to this side, and I decided to oppose them to that one over there, just in case we're driving underneath it. And it just fills the wrong thing. I don't know. I just felt more comfortable putting them facing this way, the same as that chute over there, rather than facing towards it. So that is our fertilizer, lime, and seed. And also, I didn't really want this to be readable from the farm side, so they just look a bit more natural. And then over here, I was really debating for a long time whether to put 1 or 2 sheds. We really only probably need 1, but I just thought, while we're going to go through all of this effort and work, we might as well put 2 in just in case. And I'm glad we did. I think this is going to be very handy, especially when you start buying trucks and things like that. We can pull them in here, where if I only put 1, we would basically get our log trailers in here. We would get our triple grain trailers in, and basically the weeder and the cultivator, and then we would be out of space. So now we have another one if we buy trucks or anything, or maybe even pull the plow or seeders. We can put the seeder, the big TH18 seeder, in here and keep it sort of attached. So the 2 parts of it. And then other than that, I basically just put some trees around and things to isolate the farm a little bit more. As you can see, we've got some trees around the front there. We've got the trees in the middle here, sort of isolating this part from the animals. And the trees just make it feel a little bit more sort of secluded and hidden and just a bit more natural as well. And a bit more comfortable. So, yeah, just a bit more homey, I guess. So that is the build. And we're going to go down into the... So if we get a top view, there we go. And we will head down, grab the pickup truck. That actually looks really nice. I keep on interrupting myself here. We still need to get rid of the silos down there. So we'll do that in a second. But we're going to head down there. We'll probably get rid of them. And then... we'll grab the pickup truck and then we'll have a drive around and, yeah, get a view from ground level. Alright, back at floor level, and the last thing to do here before we take a drive around is get rid of these old silos. So it's kind of sad to get rid of them. And, I mean, it would be nice to actually just move them and put them somewhere else, but, yeah, there we go. We can just clean that little bit up there. And that's it. That is silos. Those old silos gone. Officially gone. I'm looking forward to get our house built in there and get this one removed here. And this will just become a little bit of a grassland. Maybe add a tree or two in there. But yeah, it's kind of sad to see the old silos go, even though I hated them. It feels like it's almost the last part of the farm, the original farm that still existed. I think the only thing that actually exists from the original farm now is that water tower over there. And that is going to stay. That is never going to leave the farm. That is going to stay exactly there. That is the last bit of the original farm that we've actually got. And then the water or the windmill over there is not from the original farm, but from basically when we got here. We built that. So there we go. We're going to take these crates with us. So let's have a look at the bit up here first. I think this is a very nice bit. It's very clean. It's very sort of, I don't know, functional, I guess is the best word to use. So we can bring our wheat back in here and get that unloaded. And then back here, this is sort of isolated a little bit. I didn't go overboard with the trees, but I just wanted to put some trees in there. And then we'll definitely get some equipment brought into here because it does look a little bit empty at the moment. And these sheds do have lights, so they'll look very nice at nighttime. I would like to add some spotlights and things around the farm at some stage, but I don't know if it's worth spending the money on it because we don't have a farm at night. So, I don't know. We shall see. So this is a milk sell point, so that'll tell us how much milk we are producing, which is nice. And then we can drive back here. These doors do open, so we can have a quick look at that. So there we go, that is open. We can get rid of that grass at some stage. So this is where we will be feeding them from, I'm guessing. But we can also do that from the side door here, which is most likely the one we'll use. Or we'll maybe just leave them both open and drive straight through here. Yeah, we'll have to see how to do that. And then, okay, this one also opens. That just goes to the other side. And then this one also opens. I think this is purely storage. I think this is just a storage shed, so we can maybe put like our... Oh, we'll get rid of this grass as well. We can put some of our equipment in there, like our mixing machines, or for the mixed rations. Is it mixed rations or something like that? Right, so this is the slurry tank and then the manure. And then this is our sheep area. I don't think it's got a gate, so we can go inside. With a vehicle at least, but that's fine. We just have a little spot back here. I'll have to figure out if this is food. I think this is food. So, yeah, that looks like food. So that one there is going to be water. So we can pay here to get $4,300 to install new pipeline to allow direct filling of the sheep water trough. And we're going to say yes. So we'll arrive at 6 to install your new farming innovations full system completed in 10 hours. Okay, so we're going to have to wait for that, and that's fine. We'll get that in motion. If it's not done by the time we get sheep, we do have a water trailer. We'll just bring that around and fill it over here. And yeah, so that is the sheep. And there's a bit of a grassland area just in front of it here, and then some trees to sort of break the farm away from the road there. So from here, this area I did leave open so we get a bit of a view out to the mountains there. I didn't want to close everything up with trees. I do want to get a bit of a view back there. And I don't think it's too covered with trees. If you look around, you can still see a lot of what's going on around the farm. It just makes it a bit more private, in my opinion. Right, here we can do the same thing, 3,100. So we're going to do that for the water for the chickens. So yes, we actually do have to give the chickens water, apparently. So I'm guessing that's going to be here. And yeah, pretty cool. So we've got these little houses and everything. And I'm not sure where the eggs will pop out. Oh, I'm guessing here. So this is probably where the eggs are going to be. So we'll put our crates down there. Okay, so that is good. And then over here we've got a massive big warehouse. And this thing is pretty cool. Look at that. So I think our... Oh, that's the door frame up there. I thought that was a cable. I think our bales might actually fit in here. Maybe not on the sides, but definitely in the middle. So we can bring probably one load of each and put 3 loads here so we can have grass and hay and straw. And, or maybe even silage. Although I think silage we'll probably just cart. But, yeah, I think that should be able to unload in here. Those are some massive steel beams. But this is pretty cool. And we've got things like our lights. And they make a... Oh, we've got a skylight. Look at that. The roof opens up there. And there's just like glass over it. How cool is that? And it actually gives you some light in here. So we're definitely going to leave that open because that's cool. And then listen to the lights when you switch them on. That is very cool. It's not just lights. It's sort of... There we go. It's sort of like a... It feels like a occasion to turn the lights on. We're going to leave the skylight open. So that is our warehouse. That we'll be storing a lot of equipment in there. And yeah, that is basically it for this part. And we can take a little drive out our new entrance here. Or sort of side entrance. For the first time ever. And we'll go around this way because this road back here has moved. So this is a new little intersection. It used to be all the way down there. Sort of where our entrance is. So this is all moved. And this road now runs up almost... Well, basically straight to this forest. So we did take a few of these trees out. But not too many. Nothing major. So this road used to run right down where... Almost through the middle of the warehouse, basically. So, yeah, it's moved up quite a bit. And we should still be able to get a harvester through here. Or a combine with a header on. And then back here we just have some trees in to cover in that area. So the warehouse and everything's not as noticeable. I didn't want to put any trees on the side on that wall. Because I do want to be able to drive here and sort of look into the farm and see the animals and everything. So I didn't want to, again... secluded too much or isolated too much. So yeah, this just basically goes back to the main entrance of the farm, or what has sort of become the main entrance. And it's only really the main entrance, or I call it the main entrance because it's the biggest one, because combines and things can fit through there, where combines won't be able to fit through that little new entrance that we've got over on that side. Oh, we've got so much space back here now, and we're going to put a house in there very soon. But yeah, that is it. I did want to leave this little bit in the middle. I strongly considered taking it out. But I don't know. I just didn't have a reason to. And it just sort of keeps that part of the farm slightly separate. I mean, I'm still thinking about maybe closing this bit of the road off and having to use this side. And that might actually look a little bit better. But I kind of like the island as well. So I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, there we go. That is the farm build done. And I think that was pretty successful. I was quite nervous about that. It was a big build. It was something that I really wanted to get right. Because we've done the build at the back here. And that came out really nice. We did that build over there. And that came out really nice. So I didn't want to basically destroy all of that work by building... this new western side of the farm and it looking terrible, but I think that looks really, really nice, especially from this view. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. So I hope you guys like it as well. If you do, make sure to give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. That was a lot of work, a huge amount of work. It took many, 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 many hours to make this episode, but I think it was absolutely 100% worth it. That looks so cool. So yeah, but that is going to be it from me for today, guys. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time.